name's Adam Grbcic from Kollosche Commercial, and today I'm discussing how to prepare your commercial property to go to market. Just like residential real estate, how you prepare your commercial property before it goes to market will have a huge impact on the result. If you were taking a residential property to market, you would get advice on what renovations you might have to do, what might need to be fixed, and how the property might be styled to get the best result. Commercial property is not so different, except the factors that you consider will vary. Here are 4 items to consider before taking your commercial property to market. Now, although most commercial properties are tenanted investments and the general maintenance may be the responsibility of the tenant, it's a really good idea prior to going to market to ensure that the building looks fresh and looks well maintained. If you have the luxury of holding off before putting the property in the market, it's a really good idea to consider putting the property on the market either just after a lease renewal or enter into discussions with the tenant early to re-sign their lease to ensure you have the longest tenure available. This will have a huge impact on the yield or return that a buyer is willing to pay, which ultimately is going to have a benefit to your price. This is something that we ensure we always do before rushing a property to market. Creating a due diligence pack which allows buyers to make a quick and informed decision, as well as ensuring that you're not attracting offers which have long due diligence clauses and long finance clauses because the information wasn't available. This information includes, for a tenant investment, a copy of all the leases, a copy of the lease renewals, rental ledgers, and a copy of all the outgoings. Outgoings are rates, water, building insurance, and any cost which is incurred by the landlord. This will help buyers make an informed decision, and it will speed up the sales process and ultimately create more comfort with the buyer, which will ultimately get you a better price. Now, in a lot of instances, there's no right or wrong time to launch or close an expressions of interest campaign or auction date. However, there are 2 periods for commercial properties where it becomes very difficult for people to make decisions. That's the week before and after the end of financial year, and the 2 weeks leading up for Christmas, and perhaps the week after Christmas. Unlike residential property, where a lot of properties transact through this period, commercial property or commercial property buyers rely heavily on 2 important people in the transaction, being the accountants and the lawyers of their transaction. It's throughout these periods where it's very difficult for buyers to get a decision and feel confident in making a decision, and therefore we really try and avoid these 2 periods throughout the year, which makes up only a couple of weeks of the 52 weeks in a year. So avoiding these times is extremely important and could be advantageous to the result of your property. Losing 1 buyer or 2 buyers in a transaction could be the difference between making a premium.